What you doing over there, bud? What you doing? Are you checking that motor for checking it for oil?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Get off of me, dude. I'm not putting it in.
Oh, you're putting it in. That's the intro. Future Andrew, you have to put that in because the video will not start until that. Yeah, so Badger's checking checking the Merc, the 150 Merc. I don't know what he's doing, but it looked like he had something in his hand that resembled a holiday smoked sausage. So I don't really know what he was doing. Anyways, welcome back to another video, folks. We are at the boat ramp, the Chattahoochee River slash Eufaula, Lake Eufaula boat ramp. I don't know why I just had a brain fart right there. We got the old Blue Betty, the boat in the mix, and yeah, it's about to go down. So I was here about a week ago without Badger, and you guys have not seen that footage yet, but we'll get to that in just a minute. And I actually caught one of the biggest spots I've ever caught in my life, spotted bass. For those of you who don't know, I also caught some largemouth bass in the river as well. So I'm starting to become, I don't want to brag, but a little bit of a river angler here. I'm getting to where I like the river. Oh, hey, Badger.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I was just talking about you and your holiday smoked sausage. Or whatever you were doing, I don't know.
All right.
Were you like preparing a summer sausage kit for me?
Why are you expanding so much?
I don't know, I just feel like this is something that needs to be talked about.
Okay, all right.
Anyways, I was telling the people about how I'm kind of enjoying the river a lot from a fishing standpoint. And to be fair, you were the first person that took me out with the boats in a river. In fact, it's the same river as what we're about to be in, but like, what, 100 miles north of it?
Yeah,
where
it's kind of wild to think about.
Chattahoochee's a big river.
Yeah.
It's a big river system. There's also some squirrels going ham over here. These guys are about to ninja jump down on us.
Go.
I'm good. Yeah, so we're about to launch the old boat. And then I want to talk to you guys about today's video sponsor, Mystery Tackle Box. We're going to do a real quick showing you guys what's in the box that I have. It's actually an old box. It's not a new box. It is a box from like a year ago, and I have no idea what's in it. So I feel like that's going to make this challenge even better. But we're going to see what's in it and keep on watching because there will be a giveaway hidden later on in this video. But for now, let's launch the boat. Guys, the water is so freaking down right now. Like, it's normally up like way past that curb right there. That's crazy, dude. It hasn't been this low any of the times we've come out here. That's freaking nuts.
I bet we wreck them. Do you have any jigs in the box, do you think?
I don't know. We'll have to crack it open and see. I hope so. Yep. So apparently when the water is really low in a river system, that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know. Still learning about the old river systems, but Badger seemed really excited when we realized how low the water was. So we've got a couple really good spots we need to make a run to get to them. But let's just hope this fishing day pays off with some biggins. All right, so this is crazy. So the water is so low, pretty much all of the area that I was fishing yesterday, well, where I caught the big, or a few days ago, where I caught the big spotted bass, came off of what is now out of the water, which is crazy. Like, dude, you see like, yeah, you know this area, but that's freaking insane, man, that this water is that low. You think this is gonna help the bite? For a river fishing type situation?
The fish are going to be more relaxed. They're not going to be as tense, but the with moving
stuff?
water, right?
Really?
So
I like it. I mean, we know there's fish like at this spot. Now the fact that all these rocks and stuff are out of the water now instead of in the water, I don't know how I feel about that, but at least we know this is the place where fish hang out. So I don't know, man. Let's grab a box, crack it open, see what we got working with today. All right, folks, we have our Mystery Tackle Box Pro right here. You guys should know the deal by now, but if you do not, Mystery Tackle Box is an awesome company. I've been working with them for almost 5 years now. They send a random box of fishing lures to your doorstep every single month. If you guys want to sign up, click the link in the description and save a bunch of money on your first box by using code LOJO Fish at checkout. I think you can get your first box for as little as like 10 bucks. And once we crack this thing open, you'll see there's typically 30, 40, even $50 worth of fishing lures in a box like this. So it's a heck of a deal. Check them out. Thanks to them for sponsoring the video. However, this is an old box. You got to remember, this is not a new box. This box has been sitting in my garage for God knows how long. So really have no idea what's going to be in it, but let's just hope it's something that is going to be good. All right, right out of the gate, I'm seeing some stuff that I like. Got a little Jenko Fishing lipless crankbait, baby. Big time bait imitator. Obviously one of the best bait imitators that exists. One of the best lures that exists, especially for fall, which is what we're coming up on here in the south. Got a little thick jig, Badger. I know you're a big jig guy. How does that make you feel?
I like them, dude. I like them thick.
Yeah, you like them thick. You're a big, he's a big jig guy, so this will be perfect for the river, even though the water's not really running, so a 1/2 ounce jig may even be a tad bit overkill, but I think it'll be just fine. We can pair them bad boys up with some Guggen bait, crack and craw, some watermelon red, looks like. That's gonna work just fine. Let's see, we've got some other moving baits here. Got a little Optimum bait swim bait. That could work for stripers too.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Or hybrids, whatever the heck they are. We've seen hybrids and stuff. We've caught them over here, but at the water low, I don't know, but that might be a good bait for them. Got a little Savage Gear 3D minnow. Looks like a little jerk bait. How do you feel about jerk baits these days?
I think you caught a spot out here the other day.
Well, I caught them on a lot of different things, but moving baits was kind of the move. So
okay, sweet.
That might come into play. Then we got some little excavator hard hack jigs. Looks like, what is that? Shaky head. I was about to say a stand-up jig, but shaky head, basically the same thing. And we've got some Impulse stick baits. A little bit of a silly color, I think. But you know, hey, whatever. Sometimes a silly color can give the fish something that they've never really seen, and that can be an advantage. So I'm already seeing one thing that I've never used before, Impulse baits. That's kind of the thing about these boxes. Every single time I get a box, I get at least one bait that I've never used before. So one of the cool things about Mystery Tackle Box, one of the many cool things about them. But go check them out. In the meantime, we need to put a hurting on these fish. All right, what you throwing back there? That shaky head?
Shaky head.
Maybe we should hit him with some moving bait. Turns out that lipless crank, I tossed it off the side of the boat as I was trying to tie it up. So we just got a little clutch tied on there. Basically the same thing. In fact, it looked very similar with color and size and shape and everything. I swear I just got a hit right off that point. That would be something. Come here, fishy.
Yeah?
Oh, no, I'm snagged. Dude, I swear I had one. That's weird. What the heck am I stuck on? That feels weird. That may have been, I may have gotten knocked and then just kind of got knocked into something. It might be some fishing line or something. I do have somebody's fishing line. I knew it. Maybe they have a fish on their line. What's gonna suck is that we're about to run yeah, I just hit a rock. I was about to say, you know what's gonna suck is when we run up on these rocks right here.
That's probably your line.
No, well, maybe. Hell, I don't know. Let's see. Oh gosh, this is like a bottom rig, a big old lead catfishing rig.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. It's still in good shape. The rig's fine.
Tie her on, baby.
Tie her on. Let's go catfishing. Yeah. Grinder out. It's a real grinder in here. Okay, well, I don't know if I share your same optimism about how low this water is, because this is all really good fishing, but normally this stuff is underwater. Okay, so let me ask you this, Mr. River Fishing Expert. So when you're fishing, when you normally, oh, that one's going. I ain't going in there. I'll try. So when you're normally catching fish in kind of shallow rock like this, and all of a sudden the rock becomes land, what do you do then? Where do you go? What do you fish?
I typically cover a lot more water when I fish a river like this.
Okay. Well, you know what, I was getting a lot of bites on like those little cuts with slack water and stuff when the current was running. So we could certainly run. Well, it's kind of deep in here. That's kind of cool. It looks a lot worse than it is. Just keep an eye right here, please. Don't let me. I see my crankbait. I got it. But just hold on. Yeah, just kick me off right there. I'm about to try to cut us. So spot number 1 really didn't work out. And I think it's just the water levels are so different than they were the other day. And so much more different than they normally have been. So have to make some adjustments. But one thing we have not been able to fish because the water is normally running so much is this giant bridge and the pilings that are underneath it. So yeah, since it's so low, Badger, let's pick this bridge apart. You're a big bridge guy, aren't you?
Yeah, big fan.
Fishing bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. I swear I had something. Pick my jig up and then put it down. We definitely also need to get back behind it, you know?
Yeah.
On both sides. That side's huge behind it.
In that video, how is there not a fish here, man? It's crazy.
This water level is having a tremendous effect, and I don't like it. All right, well, that was a massive failure. We just couldn't overcome the water depth issues and changes. But good news is, as I told you guys earlier, I came out here a few days ago by myself. Brace for impact, Badger. We're about to run up on a rocky hill.
Sweet.
Wait for it. Oh, there we go. So luckily I came out here the other day by myself and whacked them. Did pretty well. And I was just out here to run around some, get the salt water out of my motor from a little expedition that I went on, and ended up catching one of the biggest spots I've ever personally caught. In fact, it might be my PB spot. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm gonna roll those clips for you guys right now. If you're still watching, stay watching a little bit longer. Watch through all these clips. I catch some largemouth too, but stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll give you guys giveaway instructions. Enjoy. Fish. Feels like a good one too. On the square bill. Come on, buddy. Let's not get crazy here. Just come on into daddy. Can't really tell. Yeah, it's a good fish. It's a good fish. Might be a big spot. No, he's barely hooked. I don't know if that's a spot or what. Whew. Goodness gracious. First cast with the Mondo banger. I'm actually at my first spot too. Like, it's the first spot that I wanted to fish. Look at that freaking football right there. I'm not sure. I think that's a spot. It might be, I don't know. It's a freaking football. We're gonna put him in a live well for now. Pretty sure it's a spot. That's cool. Ooh. Feels so good when a plan comes together. I'm gonna put my back to the wind so you guys can actually hear me. It's a windy morning on the Chattahoochee, baby. As you guys can see, the wind's ripping, the current's ripping. But these conditions might end up being like just supreme fishing conditions. There's just not a lot of people out here, you know. First spot, first cast on the first spot. Come here, buddy. Come here, little jig fish. Come here, little jig fish. Come here, little spotted bass, you little feisty guy. That actually might be a largemouth. Skinny, skinny little largemouth. So I switched to the little jig. He's got like a red tail and stuff. That's weird. That's a largie. Largie. We're going for the multi-species slam today. We're just gonna hit spots. We're gonna hit largies. We're gonna hit mean mouths. We're gonna get them all. One thing you always forget about when you're river fishing, or when you come from like a lake or a pond to the river, like this current, something to deal with for sure, something to get adjusted to. Right now my trolling motor is not moving, but you wouldn't know that because we're moving at 18 miles an hour here. Got the old 1/2 ounce thick jig, which is best option in this situation because at least it's kind of heavy enough for me to get it near the bottom. But when it's 38 feet deep off of a cliff edge, you may not get it on the bottom. Really what I'm looking for, like what I was just in, where I just caught that fish, was kind of like a current break, you know, a little cut almost in the mountain face. And we don't have one right now. This is all just like straight. This, can you imagine like a cliff like this that goes from nothing to 34 feet where we are right now? That's insane. That's a hell of a drop. And we need to find another current break before we even attempt to fish anymore. See, here we go. Got some slack water right here. Yeah, that's what we're looking for sure. Is that another fish? Jeez. Wow, talk about slack. My line went slack for a second. Ooh, a tree too? Oh. And then of course I hit the tree. Not really ideal. Ooh, we are in there. Fish on the clutch, another one. And we're catching them on all different kinds of lures today too, which is awesome when you can do that. Little guy, little largie. Oh yeah, you want to hook me, don't you? Don't you, Copernicus? You want to hook me, don't you? Yeah, well, you're not gonna. These fish have all been so warm today too. So I worked this area with the jig, you know what I mean? Because I saw that tree, I saw the slack water. Nice little largie. Saw the slack water, saw the tree. So I hit this entire area with the jig, right? But as I was cruising over with my graph, I just saw a ton of bait in the water. So I spot locked right here on the kind of in the middle of it. And I turned around through the clutch. So I just see so much bait down there. I thought maybe the jig wasn't really targeting the fish like I wanted to. And then I'll be dang, third cast with the white clutch. Boom, there's a fish. Tell you what, I'm not a great fisherman, that's for sure. It's been well documented on this channel that I am not what you would consider to be a really good fisherman. But I make a decision here and there that tends to pay off. I've learned a few things from some good anglers that have served me really well in my time. Well, we certainly got to go in the hidden creek that we found last time, right? I mean, surely we must go in here. Especially after catching those mean mouth or just a bronze spot. Whatever the heck you want to say it was. It's a cool fish and I want to catch some more. Sweet, one of them sick leaf mats. Southern Alabama thick leaf mat. Here's the thing though about tiny creeks like this and just like little hidden gem areas. I mean, they got fish. Like that much you can bet your bottom dollar on that. They got fish. And a lot of times, man, them big fish will find these little honey holes. They'll just come in here and hang out. Probably not a lot of anglers coming back here. Certainly not big bass boats because it gets pretty hairy back here, if you guys remember. If you didn't see that first video, this is the tiny creek that Andrew and I found, you know, off of the main Chattahoochee River. And it was really cool. I mean, it goes back for not quite a mile, but it goes for a long way. And we caught those little mean mouth spotted bass back here. So you better believe some big largies, big spots, come back here and just kind of hang out. Now we're definitely not going to go as far back as we went last time because the water is clearly down right now. See, the day me and Andrew came up in here, the water was running on the river. They were letting water out of Lake Eufaula and it was gushing pretty good. See, today they're not. So like a lot of this stuff, I think that entire log was underwater last time, which is crazy to think that, but it definitely was. I don't even know if we can get through, to be honest with you. Probably can, but it might be a little sketchy. Yeah, I'm afraid we're gonna go no more today. Could probably squeeze through right here, but that's a rock and that's a big log that's not gonna move. So yeah, but it's okay though. We still know where this place is. The next time the river is running, we know where to come. And when spawning season starts, we're gonna get back here to this shallow cove part of this thing. And we're gonna put a hurting on these spawning bass. All right, Mr. Big Old Spotted Bass. It's time to let this monstrosity go. But anytime I can land one nice fish, it's a good day. Woo, he's feisty. Spots have got to be the strongest gosh darn bass species that exist. These guys, they don't frickin' play. That's probably about a 3-pound spot right there, if I had to guess. At least 2.5, 2 3/4. Very nice fish. Man, beauty, beauty, beauty. Would take this guy home to the farm, the ranch, but I don't think it's a good idea to intermingle spots and largemouth bass, you know? All right, guy, stop beating my butt. Stop beating me up and go live. Can tell you one thing, catching fish like that, whether it's on the river, in my backyard pond, or on a lake, it don't get old. Hope you guys enjoyed those little clips of us actually catching fish, which seems to be harder and harder to do. It's just, I mean, the freaking water levels were crazy. I mean, they literally 10-foot drop between that day, which was only a couple days ago, and today. So for all you river anglers, creek anglers, whatever, people that deal with this rising and falling waters, get in the comment section and let us know, you know, what the deal with that is. But if you're still watching because of the giveaway, thank you guys for being real ones, real supporters of LOJO Outdoor Fam. So to enter to win your very own Mystery Tackle Box Pro, I've got a ton of them, as you guys should know. So I typically like to give one away every time I do an MTB video. So if you want to win one, 2 very simple, easy steps. A lot of you have probably already done them. 1 is like the video, that's smashing the thumbs up button. 2, making sure you're subscribed to the channel with the bell notification enabled. The importance of the bell is then you will get a notification the next time I drop a video, and on that next video after this one, I'll have a winner announced in the description, and I'll have a winner announced in a comment typically. So if you see your username, get up with me, send me an email at lojo.fishing@gmail.com. I am gonna verify your identity, so please don't try to steal somebody else's prize. But anyways, big shout out to MTB for sponsoring today's video. And remember, if you guys want to check them out, click the link at the top of the description, use code LOJOFISH to get your first box for as low as $10. So the box had some good stuff in it, but once again, I don't think it was the lures or the anglers. I just think it was the body of water on this particular day. Just wasn't very conducive to catching fish, but that's okay. Got some big things coming on the channel, guys. More ranch videos coming soon. I hope you guys stay tuned for them. I love you folks. I'm out.